The Elite Wrestling Initiative. For over 8 years, the innovative force in North Dakota wrestling entertainment.
Everyone, and welcome to EWI XCL. And we're back here in Purgatory. And we're about to be joined by a brand new tag team here in the Elite Wrestling Initiative. And here he comes, A.C.E. And he's being joined by the big man, Colt, right behind him.
It's the best 340 pound, big and country, greatest tag team ever. You can't come on. They're gonna learn that the hard way, Coach Davis. We're the best. Cannot beat us. We're here to make a statement.
And he claims that they're here to make a statement. And we're gonna find that out here shortly. And he says that Colt is 340 pounds of pure humanity. And he is a large man and a large individual indeed. And we're going to see what these two individuals can do indeed.
Keep the camera on greatness right here. You'll be surprised when it's over, my friends. Country for life.
Of course, Colt wanted the camera set on greatness, as he put it. But we're going to see what these two individuals can do, and we're going to see if they are great, as they are set to face off against two fan favorites here in the Elite Wrestling Initiative. In one, Alexander Chance Evans, otherwise known as Ace, and of course, Hayden Drake. And here they come. That's right, we're about to be joined shortly here now. And there they are, Hayden Drake and Ace. And they are definitely the fan favorites here tonight. Hayden Drake and Ace. And they might be the smaller individuals, but they are definitely the fan favorites here tonight. And we're going to see what they do here tonight against the larger individuals in Colt and Steel. And we're going to find out if it's the more experienced team or the more wily tonight on EWI XCL. And there's the bell. And now Hayden Drake, whoa, almost took a shot there by Colt already. And there's the lockup now. Oh, and taking a cheap shot early on already by A.C.E. The referee doesn't even notice it. Hayden Drake now locking up and take another cheap shot by A.C.E. Of course, Hayden Drake, being the honorable man that he is, doesn't even mention it to the referee. Here we go with another lockup. He gives him a cheap shot himself. Turnabout's fair play. Here we go now. Giving him a couple jabs. Oh, and the Roddy Piper. Of course, this is vintage Hayden Drake. And now the big wind-up. Locking in the wrist lock. And here we go with the tag. And here comes Ace. On the top rope, and a big double axe handle across the arm and shoulder. And now winding up the arm himself, down, and now locking in the wrist lock. Keeping in control is Ace, and now he's going to tighten up that wrist lock, and winding around and spinning AJ Steele to the canvas. Locking in an armbar, looks like, on the wrist. Dropping it down and dropping his knee across the elbow. And that had to be smarts right there. Now, oh, a chop across the sternum. And AJ Steele now with a beautiful sell job on his part. I think that's justified very well. And now sending him into the top turnbuckle face first. And a wet willy by Hayden Drake. And AJ Steele complaining to the referee. Hayden Drake just shrugging. It ducks the incoming clothesline and a sidekick to the gut. Off the... Oh, it takes a clothesline. AJ Steele now not very happy as he puts in some stomps of his own and tries to wet willy himself on the Hayden Drake. And now grabbing his nose, trying to rip his nose off his face, and slams his face to the canvas. AJ Steele now complaining to the referee, or rather justifying that he has a specified amount of time to be able to do what he needs to do. And now in front face lock, and a suplex, excuse me. Locking in the leg. And a 2 count. Hayden Drake able to get his shoulder up. AJ still complaining about him learning to count. Hayden Drake able to latch on to his ankle like an ankle biter, and then taking a couple good stomps. One to the shoulder area there. Hayden Drake now getting stomped on. And a leg drop across his knee. Definitely the way that the knee does not turn. Now picking up Hayden Drake. I'm not sure about the logic on that. Shooting the back end into the corner. Now he tags in the big man, Colt. He now delivers his own shot to the ribs. Colt now shoving Hayden Drake into the corner and hammering the shoulders in to the midsection. And I would argue that less is more in that situation. Nevertheless, Colt is hammering away very quickly on the smaller Hayden Drake as he scoops him up, and a big slam to the center of the ring. And now, ripping his eyes out. And Ace coming to Hayden Drake's aid. The referee trying to get between them now, and now it's sending Drake into the turnbuckle, draping him over the top rope as he tags in Steele. Steele now putting in the stomps or the kicks into the breadbasket area of Hayden Drake. Drake now barely looking alive, now getting choked in the corner as Steele distracted the referee. Ace trying to get his attention to look over there as Colt taunts Ace. And now Steele get clotheslined by Drake as Drake desperately tries to come out of the corner. Now Drake, I'd imagine, is going to try and get a tag team to Ace. And the referee is able to allow him to get the tag. Ace now sending AJ Steele into the turnbuckle. AJ Steele now into the other turnbuckle. Making him eat it several times now. The referee counting against Ace. And a backstabber on the part of Ace. AJ Steele now selling the back. 2. Barely a 2 count there on the part of Ace. Let's take another look at that backstabber. And another shot at it, and nice sell job on the part of AJ Steele. And takes a forearm shot and a beautiful back bump. AJ Steele looking like he doesn't know where he's at. And that is a wonderful job on the part of AJ Steele there. Now taking it a shot into the buckle once again as Hayden Drake gets the tag. And a double chop. And AJ Steele now down on all fours as he collapses to the canvas. Drake taking the vest off, tosses it to Colt. Colt is not happy now. Off the ropes and a big leg drop. Referee now down 2. Colt was going to come in to break up the count. He would have been late to the count anyways. Nevertheless, Drake with a chop to the solar plexus. And dropping the knee across the shoulder is Drake. Drake now taking AJ Steele, putting him in the corner, and with a nipple twister. Unbelievable. I must say, I don't know if that hold is really legal. Nevertheless, and here's that big airtime with that leg drop on the part of Hayden Drake. Take another look at it. Look at the airtime that Hayden Drake gets in slow motion. Here it is again. Up, down, across AJ Steele. And now Drake off the corner and a big clothesline taking down Steele. Hayden Drake now in the face of Colt, and he pats him on the cheek, taunting him. Colt is not happy as he hammers away on Drake. The referee unable to stop him. Now Colt grabbing him and takes a stunner for his troubles. Colt now collapses and rolls to the outside. Drake tagging Ace. Ace now was going to go to the top, but then he thought twice of it. And what's he going to do here now? Up and swinging, and oh, and it looks like some type of pendulum splash of some sort. Now, Ace grabbing AJ Steele. And a jawjacker taking out Ace. And now is AJ Steele's chance to get himself a tag on the big man Colt. And here comes Colt now. Nearly catching his foot on that second rope. Thankfully he didn't, and now he's choking Ace on the bottom corner. Picking him up with ease. Now, shooting him off into the corner. And now Colt building up. Here we go, charging. And, oh my God, just completely crushing Ace. And a big bossman-like ragdoll slam. As Hayden Drake breaks up the cover. A referee didn't even know that there was a cover. As he warns Hayden Drake to get out of the ring. Ace now looks just the worse for wear as he's getting shot off to the far side, and then he ducks the clothesline, ducks the big boot, and hits a low drop kick, sending Colt to the bottom or the second rope, and shoots up with that 619. And here we go, Drake now, and a low super kick into the solar plexus, and a springboard crossbody. Referee's out of position. 1, 2. And AJ Steele breaks up the cover. Hayden Drake kicking him, and a stunner taking out AJ Steele. But Colt able to recover, gives him a knee to toss him out of the ring. And now he's going after Hayden Drake. And Ace barely starting to come back into the ring. Colt now looks like he wants to punish Hayden Drake for everything he just caused them. Ace off the ropes, and a big dive onto all three men, taking out Hayden Drake in the process as well. Unbelievable. Ace without even thinking about his own partner. Here's another look at it, diving over the top rope onto all three men. Here's another look down across all three men, taking them out. And now all four men down as the referee counts. And he's already up to 11 now as all four men struggle to get to their feet now. Hayden Drake and AJ still now battling it out. Ace now taking the shot into the apron and into the ring post. Colt now wanting to put more punishment on Ace. Picking him up with ease. Shooting him back into the apron. The referee calling for the bell. And I can only assume that that means that we got ourselves a double count out. AJ Steele and Colt are not happy about that. They rolled into the ring to make sure that, no, they made it into the ring. They beat the count. But the referee insists, no, you did not. So I'd imagine that the final judgment is a double count out. As AJ Steele now ripping off his wrist tape and throwing it onto the canvas. He does not seem happy about that. And he's complaining and blaming both Ace and Hayden Drake for what has just transpired here. Both men, or all four men, being counted out of this ring. And of course, the referee's decision being a double count out. And I'd imagine that this judgment is going to stand. AJ Steele now extremely frustrated, even taking off the wrist tape off his other wrist now, and now the lights have just dropped out, and what does this mean? What does this mean here now in Purgatory? The lights just dropped, and now the camera light has gone on to see what's going on here. The lights have just dropped out here in Purgatory, as AJ Steele and Colt are still complaining to the referee about his decision. And oh my goodness, here, that music can only mean one thing. The Diamond Champion is going to make his presence known. The EWI Diamond Champion is about to join us here in Purgatory, and it seems he is looking to defend his Diamond Championship here tonight, which means he has a target in mind. And which one of these four men is he looking to have a Diamond Championship match with? And there he is, Agent Orange, the monster from Ho Chi Minh City. Agent Orange, the EWI Diamond Champion. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, the Diamond Championship has a 24/7 rule, meaning that it can be defended at any time, anywhere, with Falls Count Anywhere ruling. However, most people don't freely join up to challenge the monster of Ho Chi Minh City. However, Agent Orange tends to make his presence known and challenges people of his own free will and volition to defend his title on his own. It looks like Hayden Drake and Ace are hightailing it out of there. as Agent Orange hands off the Diamond Championship and now hammering away on Colt and AJ Steele. He has found his opponents with chops on both of them. And I don't think it matters to him who he defends against. I think he's going to defend against both. That doesn't matter. The Diamond Championship is now on the line. Either of them can pin him. I mean, Ace and Hayden Drake could come in here and pin him if he wants. The referee is present. The title was handed off. The title, and we got a Bill out of the corner. And Agent Orange looking to see as Hayden Drake and Ace hightail it to the back. They want no part of Agent Orange. And Agent Orange now. Oh, and you just hear that as he picks up AJ Steele with a choke slam, sending him to the canvas. Colt now trying to come back in. And Agent Orange now, is he going to bring him in the hard way? And no, he sends it back to the outside. And Agent Orange now with a big stomp on AJ Steele. And AJ Steele is already finished here. There's no more. And he goes for a cover, but no count. Of course, that's an illegal cover. Now choking AJ Steele as the referee was not going to make his count. Agent Orange very upset now. Rake in the eye there. Agent Orange looking very angry at the referee, if you can call it that. I guess the look is more menacingly. Referee warning Agent Orange, trying to tell him what he can and can't do. Of course, this is a Diamond Championship rules matchup. I'm not entirely sure why the referee is talking about normal rules when this is a Diamond rules match. There are essentially no rules. It's a falls count anywhere situation. I mean, the only rule that really counts is the legal pitting combination rule. And now Agent Orange with a double-handed choke slam, taking down AJ Steele. And now the forearm across the face, which is the tradition of Agent Orange's cover. And that's it. That's going to be it. Agent Orange successfully defending the Diamond Championship. AJ Steele out on the canvas. Agent Orange now retaining the EWI Diamond Champion. And let's take a look and see how this happened, as he has the double-handed choke slam, sending AJ Steele to the canvas, up and down. Agent Orange covering for the count of 3 and walking out. The EWI Diamond Champion once again. And now Colt looking up, just in time to get hammered with that Diamond Championship title. Agent Orange, not exactly one to spare anybody of punishment, even as he leaves the ringside area, grabbing that wrist tape that AJ Steele threw off of his wrist earlier and choking now Colt. Colt now getting punished as Agent Orange just enjoys to inflict punishment on anyone in his way, sending him to the ring post, tossing the tape aside now and grabbing that championship title belt, which means nothing to him except a reason to come out and inflict more punishment. Agent Orange now your victor, and he will return to inflict more punishment again. We'll be back with more action. And we're back here, and we're getting ready for our main event for tonight. And I guess we'll be surprised. Well, he wouldn't be surprised, of course, when the man from your girlfriend's bedroom is featured in tonight's main event. He would tell you that it was only a matter of time before he is the main event, and not just of tonight's episode, but of every episode of EWI moving forward, and of every single wrestling promotion in all of professional wrestling. And that is Matthias, and here he comes, and he is more jacked up than ever for tonight's matchup, as every match is always proving ground for him. Matthias looking more determined than ever to prove that he is the man. Not just here in the Elite Wrestling Initiative, but in all of professional wrestling. Matthias always thinks he's the greatest of all time. Tonight he intends to prove exactly that. He intends to make an example of his opponent, the newcomer, Dione Marek. Dione Marek has a huge step to overcome in Matthias. Matthias is as hungry as they come. Matthias intends to make an example of Dione Marek. And if Dione Marek shows up as unsure as he did in our last episode, then he better not. He just better turn around and go back to Minneapolis, because this will be a very short night indeed. But here comes Dione Marek. And here he comes, Dione Marek, and already getting this audience behind him, and that is a smart idea. Of course, the audience does not like Matthias, and Dione Marek is ready to get this audience behind him. Dione Marek is ready, and we are going to see what he can do against Matthias when we come back. And here we go now, both men circling up now. Matthias looking very determined indeed. Dione Marek now locking up. And to no avail. Both men very close in size and strength. And Matthias putting up the hand. He wants to test that strength. Oh, and then a cheap shot at dropping Dione Marek with the DDT. And Dione Marek now rolling to the outside, sawing his head with that DDT. And that's a wise decision to get out of the ring after that. The referee beginning the count immediately, and now Matthias going right out after him, sending him into the post. And Dione Marek is down.
New meat, huh?
And of course, Matthias, very confident in punishing Dione Marek.
Come on, buddy. You like to taste the post?
And now sending Marek into the steps.
Okay.
Matthias extremely confident in being able to punish Dione Marek, as Dione Marek is new to the industry of professional wrestling. Matthias really wants to take advantage of that and make an example out of Dione Marek. Not trying to be helpful at all is Matthias. Dione Marek is going to have to fight for every little bit he gets, as Matthias ended up kicking him on his way in. Now Matthias sending him into the corner. burying his shoulder into the breadbasket of Dione Marek. Now choke it, Dione Marek, as the referee is looking for something that's non-existent, and Matthias able to keep the choke on longer than he's intended to. The referee now finally be able to get the break. Of course, Matthias being very flippant about holding that chokehold on for longer than he was supposed to. Getting the clothesline on Marek, charging with another clothesline. Dione Marek not moving at all. Now he's measuring him, charging with another one, and eating the buckle as Marek is able to get out of the way. Now making him eat the buckle even more. Head first, in the buckle, into the buckle again. Now Dione Marek going up to the second rope. Up, and a shoulder tackle, take it down. Matthias hooking the leg with the cover. The referee only getting a 2 count as Matthias is able to get the shoulder up. Dione Marek now trying to get the crowd behind him. The crowd in a virtual hush as Matthias now burying the elbow into the breadbasket. Dione Marek getting popped up off the canvas. A smart way to sell that maneuver. Now Matthias choking him on the bottom rope. Dione Marek now on the canvas. I think a smart way to do that would be to show the camera your expressions. Now rubbing his face across the rope and now making him eat the second buckle. And now Matthias choking now Marek, setting his foot on his throat, using the ropes for a little added advantage on there. The referee warning him off and breaking the hold. And a big kick sending his kidney up through the uprights. Now the fans are finally starting to get behind Marek as Matthias makes him eat the buckle once again. Matthias now lifting the knee into his breadbasket. Referee counting. Matthias backing up, measuring, charging, and Marek getting out of the way. And now is his chance. Here we go with a scoop with the slam down to the canvas. Here we go off the rope and a big leg drop. Matthias quickly rolling out of the way to get his shoulder up. Marek able to roll him over for the count. And strategically speaking, in a logical way, that makes sense. You would want your opponent to take as much time as he can to get you rolled back over, to put the weight on you, to get you pinned down. That takes energy. So logically it makes sense. And a big back suplex. And a nice maneuver there on the part of Dione Marek as he's able to drop Matthias, picking him up with a front face lock. Let's take another look at that back suplex. Look at that. Able to pick him up and set him down without landing him on his head. Matthias, and we call that a post in the industry. But nevertheless, able to land without destroying the back of his head, and that's we call a win. And now Matthias with another clothesline in the corner. And a discus clothesline taken down. Marek, of course, he missed the mark slight bit on that. Marek taking the bump anyways and getting the shoulder up on the 2 count.
That was 3. That was
I would suggest that these two slow down and be a little more methodical. They are both larger individuals. They can take their time and put together a slower, more methodical style matchup. Matthias now hammering away. And maybe he heard me when I said slow things down. Here we go, and a clothesline talk, and here we go, the neck breaker. Taking down Matthias. Here we go, the cover. 1, 2, and getting the shoulder up. Both men now just completely spent already. And now here we go with another look at that discus clothesline. Missing the mark slightly. Marek taking the bump. And here we go with a look at that neck breaker, dropping Matthias. And another look at it, dropping him. A nice bump there in the part of Matthias. Marek able to cover him and get the count. Now taking the turnbuckle off and then getting hammered on the back. Matthias telling the referee to get him off of him as Marek now charges. Makes him hit the buckle. Marek now get caught by the throw, up and down with the choke slam, a double choke slam, and then a 3 count. And that's going to do it right here as Dione Marek takes the fall and Matthias picks up the victory.
Can you say it a little better?
And is complaining that our fill-in ring announcer is not announcing his name better. And let's take a look at some of the highlights leading up to Matthias' victory here tonight. And then he makes Marek eat the buckle, grabs him, and I'm assuming this was supposed to be a sit-out powerbomb, but Marek not having the energy to be able to get the lift for Matthias there. He had to settle for that double-handed choke slam. And here we go, getting his hand raised. Matthias is still your victor here tonight. And we hope you join us next time for more EWI XCL. So long, everybody.